Hey there, Shanel here from the Heart and Soul with your weekly channeled message for November 11th to the 17th, 2024. It is Remembrance Day tomorrow. Please take a moment to give a moment of silence for the soldiers, the fallen soldiers that, gave their lives to protect our country. And not just the ones for our country, the ones across the world. For those that know, this is near and dear to me. My oldest is in the military. My grandfather served in the Navy as well. So I take my Remembrance Day very seriously. It's something that means a lot to me. So I'm so grateful for my beautiful felted poppy from Eleanor Roosevelt. They have the most gorgeous felted poppies, which was so important to me. But of course, I still donate to the local Legion to make sure that money is going where it needs to for veterans. Okay. Sorry, rambled. It happens. I'm a proud military mom. Let's dive into the reading. I do have a lot of things going on this month. I'll save it to the end because I did talk for a while. Let's see what my spirit guides have to say because they're giving me a really interesting image. The image my spirit guides are giving me is quite interesting today. It's an image at the top of a mountain, and it's funny because it's showing me the top of the mountain like a point, which I know is not realistic at all. And I'm on there on one foot doing this beautiful balancing, leg out, arms out, and it looks so graceful and so perfectly balanced and so beautiful. And it's just such an interesting image to be showing me. I think their goal was to make me smile and to recognize the power of this place that we're at. They're indicating that we're at a kind of a pinnacle point and that we are in our presence there. Because this is the thing, there's that the person standing on the top on that peak is calm and peaceful and elegant and graceful and it's just gorgeous. We are at this pinnacle point and we are being asked to stay in that place of presence, to stay in that beautiful place of being. They're like, releasing the crazy mind, the monkey mind, releasing the chaos of trying to do and force and push and bring it all together. When we come to this place with openness, with a willingness, and yeah, I know, not always easy. I just needed to throw that in there because I feel myself struggle some days too, and I just want you to know you're not alone in that. They are asking us, though, because this is where the magic is found. When we can come to this place of presence and awareness and opportunity, we are able to see those opportunities. We are able to be present in those things. And when they come forward, we have that option of choosing to step into it or not. And the choice is so important right now. They are being very clear that this timeline that we have stepped into is this convergence of all timelines. This is everything that is happening to us in all dimensions and in all realities. And it has come together. And it is creating this perfect path. Ooh, I hate that word perfect. Beautiful path. This path that is leading us to our dreams. This path that is leading us to our wishes and our desires. They're like, take a deep breath. Coming again to that place of just consciousness, this place of awareness and being. They're saying when we are in this place, when we are fully present and aligned, things just open up. The awareness of the stars and the moons and everything in alignment and the flow of everything. It's so beautiful. And we do this without forcing or pushing or even questioning. The way that they are giving it to me is just so incredible. And I wish I could give you this feeling so that you could feel it too. There's no the path of least resistance. Like, that's where I want to go to. The path of least resistance. It's like it all just unfolds, and that there's no questioning it. There's no decisions to be made. It's just like, you know exactly where you're going. And they're very clear. For some, this is going to be incredibly difficult. It feels like the blinds are drawn and we cannot see where we're going in the room that's darkened. It's blacked out. And we're just sitting there in the darkness in full panic mode and in chaos and just ridden with anxiety. And it's like someone puts their hand on our shoulder and says, "Don't worry, I've got you," and lifts the blind. There is this like almost laughableness of like, we're sitting there in panic, but all we had to do was lift the blind to see the way. And they're saying, so why don't you do it? Instead of sitting in the darkness, worried about where you are going and how you are going to get there and what it all means along the way, what if you just trusted? What if you just trusted that each step you take, the next one will be given to you in divine timing? And this isn't about being wishy-washy and like, oh, the universe is going to tell me. This is about being present. And we're really bad at that. We are a society that likes instant gratification. We are a society that likes to be seen, and we want to know what's next and we want to know how to get there. And there always has to be a plan. And what if, and what's the backup? There is no backup. There is no plan. There's just this thing of trust that's moving us forward. And they're using that word catapult. I love it. It's this piece of when we're present, we see. But we don't like to be present because then we have to feel all the emotions. And they're like, you can't avoid them anymore. When we feel the emotions, they tell us where we need to go. When we feel the emotions, they tell us what is out of alignment in our bodies, in our minds, in our spirit. When we are out feeling in this place of presence, we have all the information. Our bodies, our souls, the universe, it is giving us everything we need. But the question is, can you be present to acknowledge it? Can you be present to accept it? We don't want to be wrong. I get it. Who wants to be wrong? But sometimes when we're aware of where we're out of alignment, of the things that are not fitting right, we can answer that with not that we are wrong. It's just not right for us. Or it wasn't the right move, but I have a better one. The perception of being wrong is a choice that we make. Judgment, shame, these are all choices that we make. So if you look at it as wrong, as a judgment, as shameful, as bad, as negative, then yeah, it will be. But if you look at it as, I learned something today, I embodied something, I acknowledged what does not resonate with me. Well, you can look at that in a very different way and it can carry a very different energy. And that's what now is about. Choice. You have the choice to make it heavy. You have the choice to make it light. You have the choice to make it hard, or you have the choice to take the path of least resistance. It's at your fingertips. You get to pick. This week is going to be really difficult for some people. For the people that like to avoid and ignore and step out, it's going to be difficult. Choose to put down those coping mechanisms that just dull what's happening. They will not serve you this week. They will only make things worse. Choose to be present this week and you might notice that the week goes in a very different way. And in that, choose to see things for what they are instead of giving them meaning that they don't need. You have the choice. You decide the meaning that you give things. There is a lot to be learned in this beautiful week. We have a full moon on Friday, and I haven't even tapped into what that's going to bring yet, so I promise I will share later this week, maybe in the podcast. We'll see. It's a long day. It's just started. But I will share what's coming up for the full moon Friday and how to prepare for it. I promise that we'll get on that. What else is happening this week? I'm at Mystic Ramen on Wednesday for private readings, for Ramen and a Reading. It is sold out. We're working on a date for December. Keep your eyes on social media, both mine and Mystic Ramen's. I am there also on Sunday, the 17th, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I'm going to teach card reading. I am going to give you the basics, the foundations to read oracle cards and tarot cards. All you need is this, and then I'll show you the way to get further along, and I'll give you some tools. Don't worry, I'm going to do some demo readings over there. It's going to be amazing. You can win 2 tickets right now. Jump over to Instagram, and you can comment on the post to be entered to win tickets. I'm also going to be in London, Ontario the following weekend. On November 23rd, I'm doing private readings at the Spiritualist Church, and those are... the cost of those, most of that goes back to the church. It's a fundraiser. There's also vendors. It's always a really lovely event. There's tons of readers. Readers are only booked on site. They are not booked in advance. So they are only booked on site. First come, first serve. I think I usually have about 10 spots for MIDI readings that day. I'm also going to be at Rebecca Nash Photography Studio on the Sunday for another Sip and Shuffle. That one is from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Again, we're doing card reading. It's a beautiful old building. I'm so excited, and I love working with Rebecca, or at least in her space. She's an amazing soul. So that is on Sunday the 24th. This month, Past Life Regression is back. It's the last Wednesday of the month. It is on Zoom. It's a group Past Life Regression. We're looking at, where it brings us inspiration, what we need to know. Of course, Divine Map. This month, our workshop is mediumship. So if you're learning to develop your mediumship skills, that workshop is on Monday the 18th, but you have to be a member to join us. So if you need more information, let me know. And of course, I'm available for private sessions over Zoom. You can check out my booking link to get in there and to book. Of course, I don't have as much space available this month. I have a lot going on, a lot of events, some private events. Yes, I do private events where I do private mediumship readings or group readings for people. So lots going on. Check out my website, check out the newsletter, all that good stuff. If you don't get the newsletter, there is a new freebie. It's a clearing and cord cutting meditation. So if you sign up for the newsletter, you'll get access to that. If you're already signed up, go back to the last one because you got it there too. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. If you can energy exchange with me and like, share, comment, subscribe, follow along, it means the world to me. It gets the message out to others that need to hear it too. So I would appreciate a moment of your time if that would be okay. Thank you for being here on my journey. Thank you for allowing me to be your spiritual tour guide today. From my heart and soul to yours. Until the next time. Bye now.